Hello Cancer, welcome back to Mermaid Love Tarot for your intuitive 4-part bundle weekly reading. I do readings in what I call bundle because I do them in 4 parts. I like to include everything in my readings. So we're going to be doing general. First we're going to check your energies, then we're going to do general, whatever comes out in general, whether that's love or whatever, general work, that's that. But then we move on to money, love, and career, and then your oracle cards at the end. Okay, so that's why it's called a 4-part bundle reading. If I have to clarify, I will. I normally don't, and I can, if you might have seen from my other readings, I call out cards. I'm not just any reader. Okay, you guys. Also, if I need to take out initials, features, characteristics of a person, time oracles, I'll do that. It all depends on how the reading unfolds. Okay, you guys? All right, so we're going to get started with the cards that I take out that we will reveal at the end, just because I like to see how the reading ties in, and I also like to often test my guides. In addition, what was the other thing? Oh, if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell because I go live twice a day. And during those lives, I answer questions or I do different things. So today, I'm going to be checking like everyone who joins past live, what they were. And then I'm going to do messages from guides and also messages from people who have passed away in your family. All right, to see what messages they might have for you. So I invite you to check out your other placements because more than likely you will have messages there. I read in both English and Spanish. I just finished doing the Spanish readings and it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I've never experienced this where all the signs were in sync. The messages were really much the same. So I don't know what's gonna happen today now that I'm doing the same, for the same signs in English. I don't know what's going to come out, but it was insane. So if you have, if your significant other is of a water sign, make sure you watch those readings or make sure that you cross-watch if you wanna know what's going on with them. But yeah, you guys, so I'm just taking our energy cards. And then the egg ritual video, I posted it. If you want to clear your energies, you can use that ritual. It's extremely helpful. And so that's really something that you can big time take advantage of. Even if you're like have a cold or something, it'll help you. And please bear with me because I don't take the cards. I like for my spirit guides to give me the cards. It's just how I roll here. All right, and I also for tarot normally just take out 6 cards. If I have to clarify, I will, but a lot of the time I don't. Most of the time my guides tell me to clarify is when I predict the cards and those cards don't come out in the first 6, you'll see them come out when I clarify because, I'm just connected to my guides where they will show me that, even if they don't initially show it to me. Okay, all right, so let's start with this card. It says love yourself. The number 8. Okay, if you guys don't know, it's crazy because I just went to Starbucks and I was driving home and I was just thinking about the same phrase. It just kept going, through to me. Even when I came home and I was taking out the garbage, I just kept hearing love yourself. It's crazy. All right, so the number 8, I guess my guys were just letting me know how this reading will open up. The number 8 means change, but remember to put yourself first above anybody because Cancer does not know how to do that. And I don't blame you guys because I'm a Cancer. And it's just, the Spanish reading resonated with me so much. If you guys want to see that reading or your person's reading in Spanish, you can use the subtitles to watch that reading. All right, it says release. The number 876 might be significant. It says let go of old patterns and believe that no longer serve the highest good, right? Any belief. Embrace freedom in your life. I'm already sensing that maybe the Empress or the 9 of Pentacles is going to come out. Or the Star or the Queen of Cups. You guys, there's something that you guys absolutely need to release that's causing you a lot of, pain, because this reading is also resonating with me. It says, break the soul contract. Some bonds are meant for growth, not forever. When the lesson ends, the contract dissolves. You're free to walk away. Yeah, you're going to have to release something and learn how to, heal and love yourself and put yourself first. Because one of the lessons learned is that you gave too much to this person, this situation, or whatever it might have been. And now it's almost like your guides, the divine, is rescuing you, helping you to release, putting you through a path of healing so that you can start fresh. Okay, some people, when they come into our lives, they're more meant to stay. Others, perhaps, but, in the end, when we die by ourselves. So I know that there's a lot of people that are afraid to be alone. But sometimes, you guys, you're better alone than in bad company. Remember that. Okay, so just break through. And I'm not telling you it's easy, because it's not. I also anticipate the 10, the 9, the 4, and the 2 of swords, even the 3 heavily. The Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you guys, that's what I have. What do we have for Cancer, please? What do we have for Cancer? And other times we just stay in relationships or, in the life of people, because this doesn't necessarily have to be love, because our family could have burned us badly, right? Okay, so you have the 9 of Pentacles. For some of you guys have been working really, really hard, not necessarily when it comes to work, right? Because you can apply this to whatever resonates in your life. Everybody's different. I pull out a lot of cards because there are different situations. Okay, you guys, so that's the reason why I do it, because I want to make sure that at least somebody gets one message from the collective, right? It's a lot of you. So, you guys have had this responsibility, but now it's time, like I said, for you to take care of yourself. You've been working hard and something is coming in as a result, okay? It's coming in slow, but it's coming in, right? Better late than never. Then you have the Devil backwards. Again, you have releasing, because the Devil upside down is about releasing limiting beliefs, releasing a person, try to stay away from dark thoughts, okay? Maybe the belief that because something didn't go right, nothing ever will go right. No, that's not what that means. When God removes somebody, trust me and believe that it's because of your own protection. At the moment, it may not seem that way, but let's say, for example, you're with somebody who has hurt you so much, right? If you stay, you're going to hurt. But if you let it go, you're going to heal. Staying in that same relationship isn't going to help you heal. It's only going to deter you even more, bring you down. You were with somebody who cheated, lied, stole. They would have left you with nothing had you not realized and walked away, right? Think about it that way. Think about it from a positive stand, because it's not easy. Okay, so try to detach from negative thoughts. Try to detach from resentment. Trust me, I'm going through it. So this, not only did the Spanish reading resonate, but this also did. And also try to focus on building a team that's going to support you through this process, okay? So that you're not doing this alone, okay? Whether that's through this process, whether it is through work, that you need for somebody to help you out, because you may feel like you can't go through this, by yourself. And then there's people that are there to love and support you, so that you're not feeling alone. Then you have the Ace of Swords, also reversed. Okay, there's definitely been a lot of brutal confusion. Okay, because in the upright, you're clearing your mind, you're coming to your senses, you're thinking clearly. Here is having to find that inner clarity. Rethinking ideas, no matter what those ideas might be. Okay, because right now, your judgment is completely clouded. And when our judgment clouds us, we make poor decisions, right? We make decisions that we think are going to help us, but in the end, all that they're doing is hurting us. All right, you guys? And I always say, especially Cancer, you guys deserve so much better. Okay? And the balance, the temperance comes out because there was no balance, right? You needed to love yourself because of something that happened which you needed to release. And now you're going to find the balance. In this present moment, you'll find the balance. I don't read the cards in order. I put them in an order that my guides want me to put it in order for me to be able to read them to deliver a message, okay? Because cards in different places have different meanings, okay? So you're going to find that balance here in the present moment, okay? You're going to heal and be able to be patient to be able to move forward with your life, okay? Because at times it may seem that you're stuck. And when we go through, for example, and this is just an example, through something with our love life, right? It's a trickle-down effect. When we go through something in our love life, it affects work. It affects the way that we deal with our children. It affects the way that we deal with other people, okay? Because if you get into an argument with your partner and you go to work, you're not going to be really able to focus, right? And that trickles down to you not doing a good job and possibly being fired, God forbid. So that's the example that I just want to give you. All right, you guys? And I know it's hard. Don't get me wrong. I know it's hard, but all I can tell you is focus on the positive. You know, focus on the things that you have and not on the things that you don't have. It gets better. It always gets better. It's hard to believe it, of course, when you're going through it, but it gets better. All right, I asked for one because, like I said, I do only 6, and they gave me 2. So you have the Page of Cups. There might be some we're all creative people, right? Some more than others, and we think of different types of creativity, right? So whatever your creativity is, you're going to be receiving creative opportunities, all right? Your intuition might be really, really sharp in the coming week, okay? There might be something that you might feel curious about, something that you want to learn perhaps, even if it's like a store that you want to go and see, right? You're just curious about knowing what they sell there. No matter what the curiosity, you're going to be feeling like very, very curious. There might also be a happy surprise that comes in. You had this last week. Remember I titled the reading a surprise in 7 days? So some of you may still have not received it, but you're in the process of receiving it. Okay, because the energy is bleeding over. All right. There also might be somebody new in terms of love coming into your life. Somebody who's very like all about emotions. A very sensitive person who, you know, at times being sensitive is a good thing, but being too sensitive is too much, right? Because people take things the wrong way. And that's how arguments begin to happen, right? Like if you're with somebody who's too sensitive. Then you have the Magician that came out as the additional extra card. You have been hoping, praying that you don't stay stuck in this situation, right? You've been hoping for healing. You've been hoping for the situation to leave your mind so that you can be at peace. And perhaps you've been hoping and manifesting a whole bunch of other things. Okay, you have the Magician. So you have all the resources, believe it or not, and the things that you need to manifest, the self-confidence. You're going to have the clarity because right now you kind of don't a little bit with the Ace of Swords in reverse, but you're going to gain that clarity. This is in the past. So as we approach the nearest future, you're going to find that clarity, and then you're going to have the willpower to move forward with something. Okay, and like I said, there's a lot of like just creativity, collaboration, and then the Magician is also about skills, right? Because the Magician was very skillful, right? When the Fool got to him, he was able to tell the Fool, okay, here are all your tools, and this is what you need to do, all right? Because the Fool left with a little bag with not much in there. But when he gets to the Magician, he says, you have all the tools in order to go on your journey and do what you need to do. All right, you guys, so your creativity is going to be knocking on your brain door pretty soon and pretty hard, okay, so that you can pay attention. All right, guys, we are moving into money. Okay, let's see what we have for Cancer. What do we have for Cancer in terms of money? Guys, can you please give me one card? I do not have all day. Thank you. All right, leadership skills. Some of you may be like wanting to go back to school, okay, enhancing your skills with what we saw prior, because you want to be able to like get to a higher position. Maybe you want to be a supervisor. You know, maybe you want to lead a team, whatever. But this is like a leadership. You're trying to learn leadership skills to better yourself, to better, you know, your money, whatever that may be. Because we know what we need to do, right? When we know that we need to move up on something. All right, what do we have out? What do we have for Cancer, please, in money and career? Again, I pulled from 4 cards and money and career because there is a lot of you, okay? And this is just a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, I'm open now. I was extremely booked, but I'm open now. The prices are fairly priced, and the reason why I started to get so many personal readings is because during the lives, the people see that I'm not just any tarot reader. Okay, you guys. So you got the card of great match, and it says you're on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. All right, and some of you, I feel like that's why you're gonna have like creativity just knocking on your brain door, and it's because, you know, you're hoping that you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm doing what I love to do, but they're telling you don't give up. Okay, even if it takes you 5 years, don't give up, because things don't happen overnight. You know, just keep doing what you're doing, keep working at it. What do we have for Cancer, please? You have the Tree. Financial growth. That's what I was telling you. That's the reason why you're moving up in the ladder, right? Financial growth. You've worked so hard. Now you're going to see the abundance of it. You're going to see the fruition. Some of you might have like jobs that you do like outdoors. Maybe you're like a security guard, police officer. You do the maintenance of yard work, things like that, okay? Or maybe you're like, you know, those people who are knocking on doors, selling things, you know, like a salesperson, like a door-to-door salesperson for convenience of the people, you know, who need these kinds of services and products. All right, what do we have for Cancer, please, guys? It says lost girl, looking for a way out, seeking help, troubled teen. Some of you might have kids who you may have been having like a difficult time, you know, with them, like helping them out. You know how it is when your teens reach that teen age, right? They go through a lot of confusion. They don't know what to do. It's kind of like that time, you know, during their life, your life, that you might have to do it. And the reason why it came out in the money and career is because, you know, this has to do with things that you need to do, right? Because this is a type of work, right? Having to help your children, you're working at it, you're doing things. That's the reason why it's just like in love. People think that love is just a love reading when you're with your partners, but the first card that came out is love yourself. So it could be any type of love, okay? Not just of a significant other. All right. We are moving on to love messages, okay? All right, let me just, and again, I do different decks because there's a lot of you in the collective. What do we have for Cancer, please? All right, it says confession. Somebody got this last week. Releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty. Unless it was you guys. I don't remember, but whatever you need to do, speak up. Okay, there is like literally you need to go to church and confess. If that makes you feel good, you do it. If this is, you know, a serious conversation that you need to be having with somebody, then you need to do it, right? Because it's like I say, a closed mouth does not ever get fed. So if you guys are going through something that you know requires for you to speak up, for there to be a conversation, then you need to say it. Okay? All right. I am not taking these two because I just cannot. Sorry. It says girl with a snake. Charmed or used, enable. All right, some of you might need to put boundaries into place, because there might be somebody who's literally taking advantage of you, and you know this. This may have been the situation that you had to release. I do not know. You know your own story, but they're just telling you need to be careful, because people can be very, very good at portraying to be somebody that they are not, just to use you and get what they can from you. What do we have for Cancer? Divine feminine, yin energy. All right, some of you, if you guys are male, you might need to tap into your female energy. We all have male and female energies, okay? And this might be because you haven't been doing that. Maybe in your relationship, you haven't been affectionate. You haven't really used or been within that energy of your feminine energy. And sometimes that causes problems in a relationship, okay? So just make sure you tap into that feminine side a little. That might help out your situation. And women too, because sometimes, we might be too much in our masculine energy. All right, what do we have for, and I would suggest literally looking up yin energy. I don't have the time to explain it in depth, because I have to, get going with this reading. I even went over my time a little. What do we have, please? All right. Only when convenient. Used for attention emotionally. Wow. And that card just came out. So definitely this is confirmation of somebody that might just be with you for convenient. Okay. You see this girl is do you see that blue message? And the message literally says, are you still there? I'm not coming tonight. So this person might only be with you, when they feel like it, when they need something, and then just leave. And if you want to spend time with them, they're not there for you. All right, so be mindful of that. It's come out twice. My guides don't play when they need to deliver a message. Moving on to oracle messages. What do we have, please, for Cancer? Can I have one card for Cancer? It says Blue Jay. You are encouraged to follow your feelings and intuition. This is a reminder that your personal power is in your own hands, and that you are free to take flight at any time if you find yourself in a situation that doesn't suit you anymore, right? Again, we just talked about that. There might be somebody who, is just in it because they need you, and you're already starting to see that, or you've been seeing it, and they're just telling you it's time for you to, just release it. We started with releasing, we're ending with releasing. Okay? Because you don't need people like that in your life. And again, it's not an easy thing to do, but just remember what I told you in the beginning. I don't want to repeat myself. What do we have, please, for Cancer? The number 88. It says, you will enter a time of expansion. So begin taking steps towards achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. All right. So for others of you, they might be somebody who has, their mind set on you. You probably either know it or you don't know it, and they're going to be showing it to you. Okay. All right. It's never too late to start over. You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. They are waiting for you. Notice them, seize them, and appreciate all that you have. Just relax and trust. Relax and trust, you guys. That's another thing that I had on my mind today. Just trusting the process of something that I'm waiting on. Okay. And then we have balance. So we saw balance that came out with temperance, right? there is definitely a need for you to balance yourself out so that you're able to make good decisions. All right, you guys? And finally, we have no filter. So we started with, we saw and during the love message, having to confess something, right? So now you get no filter. So they're telling you, you shouldn't have any filters. Just speak your truth, right? Have an authentic communication, raw and honest, okay? And just let people know how you truly feel. This is truly resonating with me because this week, that's one decision that I need to make, right? That I need to speak up and I need to speak to somebody, okay? Because there are certain things like that I just feel people shouldn't get away with. All right, you guys? So if that's how you feel, speak up. If you've been wondering, should I say something? Should I not? Just speak up. All right? I'm leaving your message here. I hope it has been helpful. Don't forget, I'm linking the readings above here. My whole folder of English readings so that you guys can go through it. My playlist, the egg ritual, and a little video that I put together for you guys so that you guys can get to know me better. Okay, take care. One love. And I'm sending many blessings your way. Take care.